Go insane!
Hello, and welcome back to the Madhouse. This will be episode 107. I am Ultimate Spy 53, the host of this podcast, and joining me for the return of this podcast, I have...
I'm Lucas. Hi.
Hi.
And bigdinoguy here. What's up?
Let's
get the ship started.
Why did this podcast go on hiatus? Well, the film got in the way. I had a film that I was working on that, ended after 2 weeks, and then I forgot about the show. I just kind of didn't feel like doing it, but the reason I wanted to come back is because I miss you guys, and I kind of felt like it was time. You know, it's been on hiatus for 3 months, so, well, 3 months in 2 days, but it's basically 3 months. So I figured it would be time to come back and just keep going with this show because I miss it. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I miss doing the Madhouse. It's one of the best things about this channel is the Madhouse, and yeah. So the first thing I wanted to talk about for the return of the Madhouse, because we were a little light, because I completely forgot we were doing this. My friends had to bug me, like, hey, we're doing it. Like, what? And unfortunately, the rest of the cast did not know about this because I forgot. So we're only having 3 people on this show, including me, unfortunately, but that's because I forgot. So the first encounter I had, and this is the story that I wanted to talk to you guys about because I had a video about it, and it's one of the most so I went to see The Nutcracker. I couldn't enjoy it, even though it was really, really good. It was probably one of the best Disney movies I've seen. I think it deserves 100%, even though it got 34%. But the problem with this, and bigdinoguy here is telling it also enraged too, as much as I was, because I was like, come on! And so I was, my birthday present for my grandmother. She couldn't go with me because she was not feeling well. So I got a ticket to The Nutcracker. I went to see it, and then I got in the theater. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be great. And then there's a couple to the far right of me, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And right as the film started, I heard kissing. I'm like, what the fuck? So they started kissing, and they were making out the entire film, and the couple times I kind of got bouncing, like, it was really annoying, and then it turns out they were making out, like, they put the seats of the theater, like, they were sitting down, and they were making out, basically not even caring about the movie. Like, they were basically the mind were like, you know, it'd be fun, let's pay for 2 tickets, go see this movie, and then to piss everyone off, let's just make out because we're so in love, and then not even care about the movie. It's like, what the fuck is your problem, people?
They were probably teenagers trying to get out of the house. They weren't even caring about the movie.
They weren't even paying attention. It's like, I want to enjoy this movie, and you're making it worse.
Where else to do it?
I was so angry. I'm like, come on! I couldn't even enjoy it. Like, I'm surprised no usher came by to get them out. And it also sounded like they were having sex because I could hear breathing. And they were, like, on each other, and they weren't even looking at the movie. And, like, what's the point of even paying money for tickets?
So why didn't you go over and talk to an usher and be like, hey...
There was no one nearby, and I was, like, I was uncomfortable, and I felt really awkward, and I didn't want to bother them. But I was, like, I wanted to bother them, but I was, like, this is not cool. You're basically having sex in a theater. Not really, but it basically was sex. Sounded like it. Ugh. It was horrible, and I couldn't really enjoy it. But I will say, from a first impression standpoint, because I've been doing those recently on the channel, Nutcracker is probably one of the better Disney movies. It tops all the ones I've seen. And the really interesting thing about the intro is the same one you see, but they've turned a twist on the theme of the intro. You know, the Wish Upon a Star is what they've used since Pinocchio. What really, surprised me was they took that theme song for the intro and they basically, like, redid it. Like, they remixed it so it sounds more like the actual song, which is really good. But also, it's one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen in my life. I think it even tops Beauty and the Beast as a total, like, any Disney movie I've seen. It's just so good. So definitely see it. I'm not going to say any more of that. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just going to say it was really, really good. And I would recommend seeing it. If you don't want to see it in theaters, just wait for it on digital. It'll probably be available in, like, February. But, God, I hated the fact that I had to sit through that. I mean, I was a subscriber who commented, like, apparently they had sat through Secret Life of Pets, and there was this kid next to this one of my subscribers, drawing, like, they were writing the lines from the movie. It's like, what the fuck? I'm like, I mean, first of all, like, mine is worse because I had to sit through a movie where I couldn't hear the movie because all I hear was, like, fuck you! Basically, go fuck yourself somewhere else.
Yeah, there we got the covered.
Yeah, so that's my story. It was dreadful. I couldn't enjoy the movie at all. I wanted to. Like, I paid for a movie and I couldn't see it because they were in the way. It's like, they want to ruin everyone else's evening, and it's like they didn't even seem to care, so... That's my story. I thought I'd start this episode off with a very disgusting story, but it happened. It was so bad. Like, fuck you guys. Fuck you for ruining everyone else's evening, or afternoon in this case, so... yeah, that's out of the way. So, something that really bothered me, and this is something that, that happened before I even went to the show, for Nutcracker. I'm like, oh, this movie's gonna be great. I think it has a really good potential. The trailer looks amazing. It looks gorgeous, and I was like looking at Showtimes, and it had 34%. And another movie that also looked really promising, Venom. Another disappointment to people. Some people thought it was just terrible because of the scripts. Okay, I can understand that, but it's like this year's been nothing but like good movies that we think are good, but everyone else, critics are just bashing on them because they can. And I'm sick of it. It's like, and that's the problem with movies that get released early.
They have every right to not like a movie.
That's true, but it's like
So
you
that's
have
one of the things as a reviewer.
Yeah.
Here's one of the things as a reviewer.
Mm-hmm.
And this is whether you go through Rotten Tomatoes or if you do just normal reviews like what we do.
Mm-hmm.
It's all based on opinion. Some people are not going to like it, and some people just hate Disney movies. I can tell you when Beauty and the Beast first came out, everyone was hating that they were redoing it.
Oh my god! Really?
That movie was actually pretty damn good.
It was amazing,
in my opinion, at least. And yeah, a lot of people were bashing it, especially with the whole LaFoe being gay thing.
Oh yeah.
Dude, he's been gay since the very first movie. How many other straight kids, gosh, I miss me to see you, Gaston.
Oh god. I remember that one.
That's just, no, that... If you have a dude that is singing about another guy... and sounds... Oh
god.
Gaston, the dude ain't straight. The dude ain't straight.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like, my aunts and uncle, they were concerned, like, oh, we don't want your cousin seeing this because yada yada yada. Just like, dude, it's a Disney movie, and you're not really gonna see a whole lot. I mean, to begin with, all he does at the very end of the movie is he's dancing, and maybe he's a bit more effeminate.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
But
pretty much.
It's all about opinion. Like, for example, I recently saw The Predator, which was the new installment of the Predator franchise.
Right.
And frankly, I don't know if I loved it or if I despised it.
Yeah.
As a fan of the franchise as a whole, I enjoyed it. But that's because I know a lot of the expanded material. I know a lot about the series itself.
Yeah.
But from the eyes of a normal viewer, they're going to be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
For them. And in my view, from a reviewing standpoint, I did not like it in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all based on opinion.
I remember watching CinemaSins. I mean, again, this is like a channel who does the whole purpose of the channel is sending movies because they can. And it was like Beauty and the Beast. It sucked. Why? Because everyone gets a song. What's wrong with that? It's fine. I liked it. You don't have to bash it. Like, yeah, it sucked because everyone gets a song. Like, you get a song. You get a song. Everyone gets a song. Like, it's Disney. It's musical. Come on.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean, I was watching Cherry J Bang Bang earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that the one thing about movie release dates that bugs me the hell out of me is when they have a release date. It's like, okay, we're gonna release this movie on May 3rd, which is when Avengers 4 comes out. Well, probably the premiere will be sooner than that. But the problem that what I have with premieres is that the critics then they're like, oh, I'm gonna see the movie early because it's a premiere. And then they said, like, okay, it has this rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh yeah, by the way, I'll explain how the ending worked. And here's the post credits. I'm like, well, fuck you then. It's basically like that. It's like, don't do that. That's why I hate premieres, because the movie releases before the movie releases, and it's like, what's the point of having a release date if it already is out to everyone else? Like they can just spoil everything for you and have the ending and everything. It's like,
just avoid reading things about the movie until.
But what's the point in having critics who just want to put everything online anyway? It's like
to build hype.
The point about that honestly, is your studios.
Oh, you go. Sorry.
No, go for it. Sorry.
I don't remember what I was saying.
Studios.
Something dark side.
I don't remember. You go.
So the reason why, at least from a career standpoint, it's you're going to have a bunch of people that are like, okay, I want to see what this is going to be about. Not a whole lot of people nowadays want to have excitement. So they don't want to see anything brand new.
Yeah.
Most films that we see nowadays are arguably, and I hate saying this, are rather dull nowadays.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they want to know what's going to happen, yada, yada, yada. And for example, like Beauty and the Beast, for example.
Mm-hmm.
They want to know, okay, is he going to have a lot of homosexual things because LaFoe and all that shit or whatever they want to go about.
Yeah.
But it's still a factor there, whether it's wrong or not. But some people just want to do that. And not only that, but you're going to have a bunch of people that want to know about the movie right away. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
And they allow that to basically spoil the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's their thing. But when it's right, wrong, we can't really say. But that's why a lot of people do. Reviewers nowadays, they put in spoiler warnings in case you haven't seen it. And if it's a show that I know that I'm not going to see, at least until it comes out on DVD, then I might watch it. I might watch that spoiler part. But if not, then okay, skip it to the next part.
Yep.
So it depends on the viewer and the reviewers themselves.
It bugs me because like there hasn't been one movie that looks good as a trailer that hasn't gotten a bad review, because we got like 2 movies this year, maybe more than that. That we got Venom and then we got Nutcracker that both got bad reviews because they're movies that were, they look good in the trailer, or in this case Nutcracker, it's like, oh, it's a Disney movie, it sucks automatically. It's like, fuck you then. It's like, come on, really? It looks stunning too, but like everyone hated Last Jedi, obviously, but like it's like,
oh, I love Last Jedi, man.
I'm saying that I think it was a really, really good movie, but people just decided to hate it because of the writing and the way Luke died or whatever. It's like, come on, it's Star Wars. You can't get me wrong on Star Wars. Come on, I hate it with the fact that all these good movies, we have so many people who just bash on them immediately. It's like, yeah, this movie sucked. It's like, okay, fuck you then. I just get tired. I'm so sick of it. It's like, there's been so many movies this year where they seem to be getting really negative reviews. I'm just like, wow. Just why is there even a point? I wouldn't be surprised if Fantastic Beasts 2 got a bad review, because they have too much of everything in it. I mean, I don't know what's gonna get, but it looks good, and maybe it'll end up being a bomb because people want to bomb on it because it's Harry Potter, and it's like, oh, whatever. But I'm sick of it, and I hope that it'll change, because the way I see it, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but things are getting out of hand with the movie industry, with critics, where they just put a rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and like Venom, it got 88% on audience rating, but critics said it was 30%
Critics and the general movie-going audience kind of watch movies differently.
Yeah.
I don't expect them to always have the same opinion.
Yeah, of course.
It would be boring if everyone had the same opinion on it. If everyone liked the movies I liked and didn't like the movies I didn't like, that's boring. What's the point in talking about? So
exactly.
Well, I mean, like another thing that my father, he like father like son, he's a nerd. And my biological father, when I first saw Terminator Genesis, say what you like, or not Genesis, it was, it was the one with where John Connor is.
I have actually seen them before.
Well, go back in time and all that shit.
I will
remember that one.
I probably should watch those movies. I haven't seen them.
But yeah, Salvation was the other one I was thinking of. Anyway, after I saw Terminator Genesis, I was just like, I was kind of pissed off because I didn't really know about the whole source material. I didn't really know about all the past and present stuff and the expanded material. And I was like, yeah, I did not like it because of this and this and this. And he was like, they actually had a comic about that, and it's been around all this time. And he went on and on and on about it. I'm like, fuck.
I'm really tired of it because it's like we have this happen so often where, obviously the premieres happen before the movies actually come out, and then it's like they decided, because I remember when Venom came out, it was like a day before, it was like the Thursday night preview, because I do that all the time, and the post-credit scene was already leaked. It's like, what the fuck, people? It's not even out yet. It's like, it's out, like, to you guys because you got it early, but come on. They shouldn't even have premieres at this point. They should have the premiere when the movie actually releases. That should when the premiere actually happens. Not 2 weeks or a few days. It's just ridiculous. Because I'm like, have the premiere when the movie actually comes out, not before it comes out. That's ridiculous. Because it ends up getting, critics putting online or saying, the blank ending explained of the movie or whatever. Yeah, it's like, it happens so often. I'm so sick of it. But I don't think it's gonna stop. I mean, I hope this next year it'll be less often. I don't know if that's gonna be the way it is, but I hope it'll change. I hope we get, good movies that actually get good reviews, because I'm so sick of the movies that look really good, but everyone decides, yeah, it sucked. Bash.
On the flip side, though, some of the trailers that might look amazing are horrible.
Yeah. Like, there are some trailers out there that have, they can cut out the whole thing, like some of the scenes can be different, like in Infinity War, they cut out the Hulk running scene that wasn't even in the movie. There you go. That's totally a way that they were able to cut that, because it's like, oh yeah, it's not real.
Oh, well, somewhat, but wrong in others.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really, really annoying when movies release early. I just hope it'll stop. I don't think it will stop, but it's just like, it's one of the main issues of Hollywood is having premieres early and then having the movie come out a little later, and then everyone gets to just spoil everything. It's like, come on. Ugh, it's so annoying. But I want to jump bases here, because Netflix is a big thing that's going on with Netflix, and also a little bit of the Disney streaming service, because Marvel announced a bunch of TV series for their service for, like, certain characters. But with the Netflix, there's really cool news. I don't know if you guys, I know Lucas knows about it, but I don't know about bigdinoguy. But because I feel like, and this is a really, really cool thing that's happening with Netflix, is you have a movie, or a friend has a movie, or even just one movie that doesn't do too well. Like, let's say it's based on a book or a series or whatever, and you release a movie and it's terrible. You had a Last Airbender, unspeakable movie. You had A Secret and Unfortunate Events. Ugh. Narnia movies. Last one wasn't very good.
I actually really liked the series of Unfortunate Events movie. I know it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it too.
I thought it was okay. It was a bit rushed. Felt like it was a bit rushed, but it wasn't horrible. I just didn't think it was great.
I enjoyed the series of Unfortunate Events movie, but I'd never seen I never read the book, so I don't really know much about it. The Chronicles of Narnia, the first movie, is fucking just drop dead amazing.
Yeah.
Do not bash the first movie. The other ones, take a shot up and have a good day.
Exactly, yeah. And that's saying, like, because, like, Netflix, they knew that all this movie didn't do so well at the box office, so they made a new series, and they recast everybody. It worked pretty well, actually, and they were able to adapt, or they're actually going to adapt all the books into the TV show for Netflix, and they've already done two seasons. I don't know how many books they have left, but just a few left. And then they're doing the same thing with Avatar, because we got that abomination of a movie. We can't speak of that movie because it doesn't exist anymore. It just...
There was a live action movie? What are you talking about?
They should make a movie about that, It'd be cool. But Netflix, I don't know if you guys know this, but Netflix, and I know Lucas knows about this, but Netflix, they just announced they were partnering with the original creators of the Avatar: Last Airbender TV show, the really good one, and they were going to redo it. They were going to reboot it, redo everything with a non-whitewash cast, culturally diverse, all that stuff, make it very accurate to the show. And the original creators are going to be helming it, and it'll be probably in a couple of years. So it'll be a complete rehash, but it'll be nothing like the way you saw of the Abomination where that was poorly directed, poorly acted, poorly produced. Everything about it was horrible.
What else can you expect?
Yeah. So that's gonna be
about that movie though.
Yeah.
About why I hate it so much.
I hated it too. It was horrible.
That was the first movie I ever saw in theaters.
Yeah.
Without my parents.
Oh my god.
First movie. My buddy David, who's been on my channel in the past. We saved up our money when we were in middle school. We saw the trailers and we were just like, our jaws dropped when we first saw the trailers. And we were just like, we absolutely adore the original cartoon shows. I still love it today. I actually watched it from beginning to end a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. And so we decided, okay, he's going to come out to Monroe area where we were.
Yeah.
And we're going to go and see that movie. I was 13, just turned 13. We went to the movie. My mom dropped us off. We were about 5 minutes late, though, I must admit. I hated that. But we saw the movie. We walked out. So we cried.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. We looked at each other and were like, what the fuck was that shit? That movie was atrocious. The way that they just went about it.
Yeah.
I mean, his favorite character was Momo.
Oh, my God.
And he's just like... He loves Momo in the original show.
Yeah.
He loves that character. He just looked at me and was like, what the fuck did they do?
I remember when I was...
Someone's named me on. What the...
I remember when I went to the midnight showing of that movie, and it was the worst mistake of my entire family's life. We went to the midnight showing, and it was the best moment of our lives, supposedly. And it was so bad that when Ong was meditating and Katara was like, Avatar Ong! It's like, and then some guy in the audience made us all crack up, and he's like, he's meditating! And we all just cracked out with laughter. It was so funny. Because we all knew we were watching a terrible movie. It was like, yep.
Oh, God.
It was horrible. But that movie is probably not going to exist after this new series is going to come out. Netflix is partnering with original creators. They're going to recast it properly this time with non-whitewashing Asian casting. For those of you who don't know, that they didn't do that really well in the other one. They're going to get bending right. It's not going to take 6 guys to move a rock.
Amazing gift.
Yeah.
That scene.
Yep.
They photoshopped cabbage.
Oh God.
All of the benders and the rock with cabbage.
Oh my God. It's horrible. But I'm happy that they're going to do a better job this time. The original creators are even doing it. They're going to be producing it. And I'm so happy. It'll be coming in a couple of years, so not too far off, probably 2020. But soon. We're going to get it within a couple of years, so it's really coming soon. And then also, I believe, Narnia, because they did 3 movies. We're going to do a 4th one. I believe the director of Captain America the First Avenger was going to do that one. I hadn't heard anything about casting or anything like that. I heard that there was a rumor that Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things was going to be playing the girl who was mentioned at the end of the 3rd one, which wasn't a very... I reviewed it and I didn't like it all that much. They just ruined it. They had the Caspian suddenly turned British because obviously he is British, but they made his accent what was the original actor's accent, and it just wasn't great. I think the main problem with that movie was they described a woman in the movie supposed to have a love interest with Caspian, and it's like, yeah, they have like they talk once. That is not a love interest, and I just think that movie, it wasn't garbage, it just wasn't great. So Netflix is going to be making a new series where they're gonna get all of the books done.
Even the original one where it shows like what happened to Lamppost.
Obviously, they're gonna adapt all the books into a Netflix series pretty soon. I don't know when it will happen, but they announced it, so that'll be really fun. I'm just excited for Netflix because Netflix is starting to do really well with making original content. As I love original content, and I love the fact that they're...
I must admit, though, that their one film, Bright, kind of fell short. The
Bright.
one with Will Smith and one other dude, I forget his name, where, like, it was orcs and whatnot, and...
Oh! Blink?
It was Bright.
Bright. Okay, now I remember it. Okay, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard of it. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it.
I saw the movie. When I first saw it, I was like, what? No, it's okay. Second time, I enjoyed it a little bit better, but still, Netflix kind of fell short.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Man. Come on, man. I love your work, but get something else other than the no good cop with a bad attitude. That's all that he plays nowadays.
Yeah. I'm just really happy that Netflix is doing this because this is really, really cool news. This is the second announcement they've made where they're doing like a rebooting a series that wasn't well. The first one was pretty good. I hadn't read the books. The second one was okay. The third one was okay because it was just didn't really have a great script. I don't think they didn't really write the characters well. Cast fans sound a bit British. It's like what the hell. But I'm happy that the Netflix is doing a good job with taking properties that sucked before and making it better, which I'm really happy with. So that's really cool news that they're doing that, and I hope we get more of that because there's so many movies out there that bomb or whatever we end up getting new stuff like Series of Unfortunate Events that ended up becoming a new thing, and that was really cool. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy that Netflix is starting to do more. I think they were at one point Netflix was going to adapt a Legend of Zelda series, but unfortunately, because I know that there was a April Fool's trailer in 2008 that looked awesome, and it was even a behind the scenes like, yeah, we pranked you, but here's how we did it, and it looked great. It had all these fight scenes was basically a waste of time, a waste of their time basically, but it was like a really cool trailer, and it was obviously like a fake thing, but like it was didn't actually happen. But they did actually do it. But Netflix was supposed to be doing a new, like a series for Legend of Zelda, but unfortunately the Nintendo people, they're like, we don't have any updates about our IPs. Basically, they didn't give them the rights to do that, basically. So, probably not going to be seeing a new series or any kind of adaptation of Legend of Zelda anytime soon. I'd love to see more video game adaptations, like a series or whatever, because that would be awesome. I would be happy with that. They did more video game stuff like Halo. Where's a Halo series? We have gotten. I mean, if they do anything, they should probably just put it on Netflix. You know, they're gonna have to. I know that the.
Well, they've been talking about doing a Halo movie for years now.
Well, it was a TV series also.
I'd love to see them do it though.
Yeah, a TV series also. A movie would also be nice too. I mean, they've done a few movies, but they're more like one-offs, kind of like connecting to the games. Like Fortnite Dawn was for Halo 4. Nightfall was for Halo 5. So they weren't really movies. They were technically movies, but they weren't really meant to be a movie. They were like if you compiled all of them into one, yeah, a movie. But if it was basically an episodic thing. It was basically their attempt at a movie. So, but I still think they should do a series or a movie of Halo for Netflix. I think Netflix at this point they're doing so well that they should do it. They should totally do it. I mean, I think the thing that where I'm like, haha, to Joe Johnston, because he was gonna make a new one, and apparently it was gonna be filming this year, later this year. Probably not gonna happen. I haven't heard any news about that, no casting or anything like that. So I think he's probably gonna end up scrapping that one because Netflix is making their own. So
scrapping which one?
Scrapping the Narnia movie. Because I know that the Mark Gorgon company was partnering with Joe Johnston, who's directing the supposed Silver Chair movie. And I hadn't heard anything about casting or anything like that. He just said he was going to do it later this year. It's almost the end of the year, so without anything, I'm pretty sure this probably end up scrapping it and then just rebooting the Narnia series for Netflix, which is what they announced already. So, which would be really great because I personally would like to see a better version of Narnia. I think the first one was really good, but after that, it just kind of went. I don't know. It was harder to enjoy because they just didn't do as good a job. But I don't know. What do you guys think of this whole Netflix adapting things that have failed before?
I think that Netflix has rose to be a pretty damn good power. I think that as long as they produce good content, that I'm still going to watch their stuff.
Oh yeah.
They have not only good content, but they also have other shows. So I think that they're learning from them. I think that as long as they produce good, I'll watch it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm I've always loved Netflix, and they've always made some really good stuff. I don't know what recently I've seen, but they have been making some great stuff. I know that, I mean, I don't really care about this, but I'm like, maybe it's Thanos. Was that Iron Fist and Luke Cage were canceled, but I really could care less because I had to get there. They aren't really connected anymore. And it's like, oh, maybe Thanos happened. Maybe he snapped it. Snapped their existence away. That was the joke on Facebook. It's like, why did Luke Cage and Iron Fist get canceled? Thanos! It's like, there you go. You just snapped them away. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of not surprised because those shows they're not all that good anymore. Daredevil, I've lost interest. I lost interest after Defenders because not only because they're so violent, but also because they don't really connect well with the MCU anymore. Like then season 1 of Daredevil, they kind of give reference to Iron Man and Thor and I think Cap at one point. Luke Cage gave reference to the entire Avengers at one point, but they haven't done a whole lot with it, and that's why I've kind of stayed away from that part of the Marvel universe because they're just boring. I mean, maybe Daredevil's cool, but I just kind of lost interest, you know. So
I think most people I think like most people still watch Daredevil, but don't.
Yeah.
I haven't heard things about the other one.
Yeah,
I kind of lost interest in all of them about halfway through season 2 of Daredevil. I tried watching Punisher alone.
I didn't bother with that one,
but it just wasn't really for me.
I know that
Daredevil season 1 was awesome.
Yeah.
Daredevil season 2 though, I just kind of lost interest.
Yeah.
And the other ones I never really watched to begin with.
I know. I tried Jessica Jones. I did not enjoy that one. It was so. It was probably one of the most violent Marvel shows I've ever seen. I mean, it was good Marvel, but it was like too good. It was like, ugh, because it was like I think at one point Kilgrave's dad put up his hand in a blender. It's like, ugh. And then in Defenders, when I watched that show, Stick chopped the guy's head off. Like,
seen Daredevil though, right? I mean, Will Smith's bashing that guy's head in.
I know, but and then the thing where I'm just like, no more, was when Stick chopped off a guy's head and kept it there. Just kept it. And I think that the villain of the show, played by Sigourney Weaver, she just kept the head. It's like, good grief. Ugh.
Reasonable.
I know, I'm like, okay, that is the last time I'm watching any more Marvel Netflix shows. Just no. I just stopped it. I just stopped watching because it's just disgusting. And then I heard Jessica Jones season 2 just said people say it was just boring. So I just like, you know what? What's the point? There isn't a point. It's pointless. Just no more. You know. But I do like the fact that Netflix is, as a platform, they're doing a lot better. And also, one thing I want to talk about, because I know this has been I don't know if you guys really paid attention to the Marvel news at all, but Disney's streaming service is launching next year, and a lot of Marvel movies are being dropped from Netflix, and they're going to be, any future Marvel movies that are getting your digital releases are going to go into Netflix, or going to the streaming service for Disney. And the really cool thing about this new streaming service is that we're going to get, obviously, all the Disney stuff, but also new Marvel stuff. We're going to get a Loki series, a Scarlet Witch series, which is also going to include Vision, and then also a TV series with Winter Soldier and Falcon. For those characters, basically any character that you can think of that hasn't gotten his own solo movie because reasons and also rights, like the Hulk. Obviously, we're not going to get a movie of Hulk ever because of the rights with Universal, but we could potentially get a series. Maybe. It's possible. I'm not saying it won't happen, because I don't know if it'll happen or not, but that could be cool.
How the hell are we going to have a Loki series?
Well, the idea is that it'll be set before the events of Infinity War. Because, that, of course, Loki would have died by then. The reason why he's in Avengers 4 is because it's a different version of Loki. He's in
okay, but Infinity War spoilers!
That's what I know. That's what I know about him.
Everything is going to come back.
Yeah, because I know that Loki is going to come back via time travel. I don't know. I'm not really sure how it's going to work. Something to do with that, or Barf. But the only way they can do a Loki series is...
Yeah, no one ever dies.
I know, but like, the reason why they're doing a Loki series and the way they can do it is have it set before Avengers Infinity War before he dies. Because, again, the way I know of for Avengers 4, I know very little of it, but what I do know is just theories and stuff, is that the version of Loki we see in Avengers 3 died. That's him. He's dead. But the version we see in Avengers 4 is apparently going to be the version of him during the Avengers, the first one. That's what I based off the behind the scenes pictures. Also, there were leaks of behind the scenes pictures of the original cast, and they're going to be going back in time or whatever. I don't know how it's going to work. Something with the quantum realm, if I remember correctly, something like that.
They had to go back to the time. How was
obviously
get it all taken care of?
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's really, really cool that they're going to be doing this. They're going to be doing characters who don't have movies, they can't get movies, are going to get their own series, like Scarlet Witch, yay, and Falcon, and Winter Soldier, and Vision, and obviously Loki. So
I don't know if I'm gonna like that.
Yeah.
Are they going to have this? I mean.
Yeah. So all the actors that we that are playing the role are going to be obviously returning to the because I've been watching videos about this. That Tom Hiddleston's going to come.
You know though that their pay is going to be.
Well, obviously, like the idea is that they're gonna it'll be like watching a movie, but if it was on like a show, that's the production value. But that's what I've been told. But
so they're
like
gonna film it like a movie, but then
it'll be like it'll probably end up looking like a Marvel movie, but it'll be like a TV show. That's what I've been told. But like all the actors that you see in those roles that are gonna get their own shows are gonna be reprising the roles. That's what I've been told, which is super cool. But it gives us a whole more of like a opportunity for seeing characters we haven't really gotten a whole lot of time with to be in a whole series like 6 to 8 episodes or even 10 maybe depending on the production, which is cool. I think that's super cool. I think that's really really awesome. And I know that as far as like news with Avengers and stuff like that, the rumored title. I mean, I kind of want to talk about Marvel anyway, but the rumored title for Avengers 4 is Annihilation.
Don't tell me.
That's just a rumored title. It might not even be what they use. It might actually be, but who knows? People are saying it's not gonna be Annihilation. I don't know. They haven't confirmed it. It's just been leaks and stuff. Leaks aren't always true. I mean, I feel like it could be legit, but again, I have no idea. The leaked title was Annihilation. Who knows if it'll be? Yeah, who knows? It'll be.
I can see that.
Yeah, it could be possible, but I don't know. People are already saying it's like not the title. It's like it'll be something completely different. Like it won't be Endgame, it won't be Final Hour, it won't be Fallen Heroes. It'll be something completely surprising they never heard about before. But I think they also cast Catherine Langford in the last second for an Indus's role.
Cast who?
Catherine Langford from 13 Reasons Why. I haven't seen that show. I just doesn't really interest me. She's an actress who is I think the last minute cast in Avengers 4. Whatever the movie's gonna be called, if you want to stop calling it that, but it's called Avengers 4 for now. I don't know more information, but yeah, I'm super excited for that because we're also gonna get some more new costume upgrades for the next Avengers movie because it was like a leaked artwork of like Thor and Rocket with a new costume or whatever, which could be cool.
I haven't looked at any of it. Like I said, spoilers.
Exactly. Yeah. But the really cool thing about Spider-Man, this is like it's supposed to be spoilers because he doesn't want to spoil anything. He's like Tom Holland's like I don't want to spoil anything because he was on Jimmy Kimmel Live a little bit ago and he was in his new suit, his new red and black suit, and Jimmy's like, well, we saw you turn to black confetti at the end of Avengers Infinity War. So why are you here? Like, oh well, Thanos probably robbing a bank. Bye bye, because he didn't want to spoil anything, and it's because well. Obviously, Spider-Man's gonna come back somehow. They're gonna have to fix it.
Of course.
Obviously, but like the really cool thing about that is Mysterio is the main villain. I've been told, and he's gonna get a new suit, and also he's gonna get like a shield suit or something like that. So a lot of really cool things. I don't know anything about the movie, besides the villains he's facing. It apparently they're gonna be setting up for Sinister Six properly, somehow, eventually. I don't know how it's gonna work. But
for what 6?
Sinister Six, because they were trying to do that for.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Spider-Man, but it didn't end up working out. So, because I know that Jake Gyllenhaal is playing Mysterio, which is awesome.
Jake Gyllenhaal is playing.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Which is super cool because he were like, is he in the movie? He's not. Yep, he was confirmed. He was spotted on set, which I think is really really cool. So, but he's gonna have his shield suit. Apparently, Nick Fury and Mary Hill are in it, and apparently I don't know if this is true or not, but rumor is Pepper Potts is also going to be in the movie. I don't know. I have no idea, but it sounds cool. I'm I think it'll be rad. I think I'm really excited for the future of Marvel because X-Men could happen. I mean, as far as I know, Hugh Jackman's out as Wolverine, but he might come back. Who knows?
Well, he said that the only way that he would ever come back is if he can join up with the Avengers.
And I was watching a video about this about Sebastian Stan, who was at something, I don't know what it was, but he was happy to be sitting next to Hugh Jackman. He's like, am I gonna see you eventually one day? And he's like, who knows? And it's like, yeah, he would totally come back for a MCU appearance. I don't know how they would do that, but they're gonna have to explain X-Men somehow. I have no idea how they would do that, but I mean, hey, Dark Phoenix looks terrible anyways, so who knows what's gonna happen.
I haven't really looked at much for Dark Phoenix.
It looks so, I don't know, the logo looks really bad. I just don't, they delay. I mean, here's the thing with that movie. I don't know if Lucas, you've really heard about this, but they released the trailer for the first trailer for Dark Phoenix for February, and then one day later they pushed the release date to June. I know, it's ridiculous. It's so annoying. It's like, come on. It's like, wow, really? And apparently this is going to be the first X movie with the Disney banner, which is cool.
With who?
Because the Disney will be, by the time the X and Dark Phoenix comes out, Disney will have officially gotten the rights to X-Men and all that stuff with Fox.
Yeah, but who are they going to have in there?
Apparently the rumor is that Dark Phoenix will be the first Disney-branded X-Men film because of the sharing arrangement and the deal, which I think would be really, really cool. But yeah, I'm excited for the future of Marvel. Honestly, I'm really hyped for it because it's gonna be awesome. I know that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I don't know if you watched that show, but they're not coming back until January. So probably because of the snap, obviously, because they can't really do a new season if they have, half the universe erased. So they're gonna have to wait until well, not maybe not January, but like later in next year after Avengers 4 comes out. Then they premiere the next season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's been renewed, but it is not going to be premiering until next year because of the snap. For Marvel continuity-wise, you have to do that. So.
Or it could be a prequel to it.
That's true. Yeah, I can see that happening. One more thing about nerd stuff before I wrap, because I do want to kind of. I don't know, we kind of have been doing this for a while. I don't know, I want to make sure you get to bed soon. But one thing I wanted to discuss, I don't know if you really care about the Arrowverse, but this is, with DC Comics, it's actually a really big deal. Even if you don't watch DC shows, it's really cool, because they just finished their crossover filming for this year, for December. And the really badass thing that they're doing is John Wesley, who's known for playing the Flash in the 90s show, he's reprising his role as the Flash from the 90s show. I have a replica Flash costume from the 90s show, and they're doing like a multiverse thing, a proper multiverse thing. And you have Oliver Queen as the Flash, you have Barry Allen as Green Arrow. It's so weird. And then you have Black Suit Superman. Apparently they were supposed to do a Superman TV show as a backhand for the crossover along with the Batwoman show, but unfortunately that Batwoman show is only going to be the one actually happening, which sucks. But the really interesting thing is that Black Superman is going to be in the crossover somehow. So it'll be a bunch of like multiverse stuff with Arrowverse. So if you don't watch those shows, I'd recommend that they're on Netflix. If you don't have Netflix, you can watch it on the CW somehow. They have the new seasons. I don't know how else you can watch it, but if you have Netflix, they have all the past seasons of all the Arrowverse shows. So you should definitely check them out. It's really cool news. This is like the biggest deal in DC comic history that they're bringing back an original version of a character, which is awesome. But yeah, also Batwoman's going to be in the show. And also, something really cool that I heard about was the same set that they used for The Dark Knight for Gotham City, like the exteriors of like the Gotham City Hall, whatever you call it, or the shot The Dark Knight. They're using that exact same set for the Arrowverse crossover for Batwoman stuff, which is awesome. Damn. Yeah, so apparently they're using the same like building they used for that. So, I mean, I think it might even be part of the same set. I don't know how much they're going to use, but they're going to use the exact same set for The Dark Knight, and also for the exact same set. If you watch Smallville, they're using the exact same set for the Kent Farm for the Ken Pharma in this crossover.
Damn, that's
it's awesome. I know. So if you're a DC fan, if you watch the shows, if you don't watch the shows, I feel sorry for you because they're really good. But if you don't watch the shows, definitely watch them because they're far better than DC movies. DC movies kind of suck. They do suck. You just they just kind of have been terrible.
I still haven't seen Justice League.
Don't watch it. I haven't even watched it. I don't want to watch it because it's so. I heard it's so bad. Don't watch DC movies. They suck. Apparently, Wonder Woman was delayed. The second one is delayed until 2020.
The only good thing that DC has produced was the Christopher Nolan trilogies.
Yeah, Man of Steel was okay. BVS was bullshit. Wonder Woman was top notch, and Justice League was awful. Suicide Squad I liked. It was okay. I didn't think it was awful. I just it was okay.
Suicide Squad it had decent elements, but no, I didn't like it.
I went into it and I came out of it thinking like, this is okay. It's okay, but I'm not watching any more DC movies. I might watch Shazam, maybe. I don't know.
Shazam looks fun because the guy that played Chuck is in it.
I mean, again, maybe if they're self-contained and they have nothing to do with the crappy Justice League movie they made, maybe, but unlikely because they suck. They could have stopped, but unfortunately Aquaman was already filming, so they couldn't stop. So, yeah. But I would definitely check out Arrowverse shows. They're doing the crossover, and they're doing all these multiverse stuff with different versions of characters and 90s Flash and Black Suit Superman, which is gonna be awesome. So and unfortunately we're not gonna get a new Superman TV show, which is so annoying. But we have Supergirl, so I guess that's cool. But yeah, that's really all I had to say. Really, I mean, for this episode, because I was gonna do a Disney Part 2, but I think because we just came back, I feel like we could save that. We could save it for next episode because I wanted to do a proper Disney Part 2. We'll talk a little bit about Disney, but not properly. I wanted to do it next week, so yeah. I think that's gonna be doing it for this episode of the Madhouse. Anything you gotta say?
No, not really.
Okay, well, I'm happy we're back. It's been a long time. It's been 3 months. I apologize for that. The film happened, and then after the film, I just kind of forgot about it. I kind of didn't feel like this show had a point in coming back, and then I decided to change my mind because I miss you guys, and it's fun. And this is honestly the best episode we've had, because it's been a blast recording this so far. So honestly, I miss you guys. You're awesome. It's been a while.
I miss this too.
I miss doing this. And next week, hopefully, we can get things working with the hopefully I can figure out a way to get this call recorded instead of having to record it with my phone. But yeah.
So people can see my lovely face.
Sure. But yeah.
I'm trying to kill the bull rancor. He's a bastard.
Well, yeah, I actually have both those games on my Steam account. I just haven't played them yet. But
right now, what I'm trying to do is unlock the achievement for freeing the Sarlacc. So I just need to finish the level.
Actually, one more thing before I wrap up this episode. On the Star Wars front, there are no plans currently for any more solo movies. Just Episode 9. And then also...
They canceled Boba Fett?
Yeah, and then a Mandalorian, and they're focusing on that one right now, which is... I'm okay with that.
Boba Fett. I mean, the Mandalorian thing, I'm looking forward to. But I fucking love Boba Fett.
Yeah, I think that they might... I think because they said they're putting on their solo movies on hold. I think they're scrapping Boba Fett, but I think that they could eventually do a Boba Fett movie one day. Maybe in a few years, maybe 10 years.
I hope so.
Maybe 5. Yeah.
I didn't like the way that they did Solo. I hated Rogue One. Solo was fun.
It was good. I liked it. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this here. It's been a blast. I really enjoyed spending time with you guys. It's been a lot of time since we did an episode, and I'm sorry for that, but things got away. I've been very busy, with my YouTube channel and college. It's been crazy and all that stuff, and, I'm going to Comic-Con this March, so it'll be fun. Got the Flash costume I wanted. Yeah, going to Comic-Con, and the really cool thing about that was that they announced that, not only George Takei is going to be there, but also James Arnold Taylor, who voiced Obi-Wan Kenobi in Clone Wars, is going to be there, which is awesome. And also Nolan North, who voiced Nathan Drake, and I think he might have also voiced Desmond Miles in Assassin's Creed. I don't know if he did though, but
yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's gonna be there too. So Very cool.
Lucky.
That's who's involved so far. Star Trek actor George Takei, which is awesome.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
I've only seen. I've actually recently watched another episode of Star Trek. It just takes a while for me to get to that show. But yeah. I think that's gonna be it. So. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me for this episode. It's been a long time, and I'm really happy we're back with this. I think we should do another episode next week, or wait a couple weeks, as we usually do that way.
No, 1, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think so.
Either way.
Yeah, I think
I'm fine either way.
we could if people.
Over in 2 weeks, I'm going to be busy with family.
Okay, so we might want to do it. Want to do it next week. Return to our original formula.
Right.
If thing,
Right,
hopefully we can manage that. Hopefully I can stick to that schedule. Hopefully. But yeah, for now, thank you guys so much for listening to this brand new episode of The Madhouse. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. We all really appreciate the support. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe for more episodes coming of this podcast and of this series. That day, also make sure you subscribe to the lovely bigdinoguy. He makes awesome reviews, and he's pretty cool.
And hopefully, can I do an announcement?
Yeah, sure.
Thing then. So I've been on kind of a hiatus myself.
Yeah.
For almost got a year or two
Jeez. Yeah.
because I moved to Kansas.
Yeah.
And I have not been able to get any of the equipment, and my thing is shit.
Yeah.
But hopefully, in the next few months, what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on getting a new recorder once I actually have the funds, probably for Christmas. It's gonna be on a Christmas list.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can start doing my reviews again, because I miss doing that myself. I really miss my content. So all my loyal subscribers, if you still doing that, thank you very much for your support over the years.
Yeah, sure, of course. I think they'll well, those who watch you at least will understand that. Yeah. So, yeah.
We did Kansas. How aggressive is a real bitch.
Yep. Okay. So yeah. Thank you again for listening, and we will be back next time with another episode. All right. Bye bye.
Toodles, bitches.